What's good, guys? Back with another one. I know things look a little different, and that's for a good reason, man. What I told you guys a few weeks ago, I was gonna start venturing off into my own. Well, it is my own, but original, authentic content, and talk about things that I'm into and share it with the people that subscribe or come check me out, so they can get to know me on a different level. Expand and let the people get to know who I am behind the curtain, behind the camera. But I haven't came up with a name for it yet. I had started a video earlier and was trying to think of a name, and nothing hit me yet. So we just gonna have this no name, but I definitely will come up with a name for this genre of content that I'm making. So I just wanted to dive in and get the wheels rolling. But with that being said, this will be a quick video. I don't want to overdo it. I'm trying to just see myself and, envision what I need to do, what I need to work on. But with that being said, what I want to talk about, if you can't tell from the background, space. I love it. I used to have a telephoto lens. I used to go outside at night, shoot the stars, the moon. I got some good quality videos. I had the the Pixma P900, I think it is. It was some years ago. But I did a lot of that stuff, man. So I'm fascinated with it. And this whole 3i Atlas talk that's been going on for some months now, which me and my co-host on our other channel, Lessons and Blessings, we spoke on. But I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper with it because to this day, I still follow it and pay attention to it from time to time and kind of get people's ideas and how they feel about this whole topic. And if you don't know, so apparently I have some cliff notes. It was first seen in 2025, obviously, and it was cigar shaped and it was moving super fast towards our solar system, coming from another solar system. So that caught my attention, and the rate of speed that it was traveling at was 130,000 miles per hour towards the sun, closer to the sun, passing by Earth. And that's what they predicting it to do. And I think it already passed the sun. So when it passed the sun, it accelerated from 130,000 miles an hour to 150,000 miles an hour. So a lot of people saying, it's a comet, but other people are saying comets don't speed up like that. It's having like a certain type of like control to itself to where it's speeding up and slowing down, or kind of maneuvering, if you think, for lack of words, maneuvering in a way where it's being controlled. And I seen in some instances it said it didn't even have a tail like most comets do, or all comets, and it was emitting like different type of CO2 gases and things like that, like which comets can, but in the way that this was, it was like a engine or something thrusting it forward, or whichever direction it wanted to go. So it's also gotten brighter. That's all my little notes. I'm gonna just give you what I feel now. But a lot of things I was thinking about this whole topic when it first came out. I was like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, back in them old YouTube days, I used to see the Project Bluebeam videos, and, they're going to fake an invasion and things like that. I used to see those videos, and I'm not going to lie, that crossed my mind because, you don't know what kind of technology they have. They only going to show us what they want us to see. So I thought that, and I also was hoping that this is the real deal, for the first time. Well, luckily for me, in my lifetime, I'll get to see something that never been seen for maybe thousands of years. Maybe it's happened already, but it's time for it to happen again. And then you got like old paintings and stuff they found in the ground of people and spacecrafts, or things like that before. Well, we assume that they didn't have it back then. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I know one thing for sure. They'll never tell you the whole truth. And as far as technology, they're light years ahead of us. Our own government or system or whatever, you know, they're not going to let us know everything. You know, they try to say it's for the sanity of the population, to keep everybody calm and collective and all that stuff. If you ask me, I want to know. You know, I'm on Earth just like you guys, so I deserve to know the whole truth, not the half truth. You know, I'm not saying it's like a relationship, but it kind of is. I'm living here. I work, I survive, and I pass away like the rest of the world. Nobody's above that. So why not? You know, for the people that get to sit here and be here, let us know, let us experience it. And then we go on our own, you know, we think how we want to process it our own ways, basically what I'm trying to say. Yeah. We're going to process it the way we want to, and then we'll go from there. You know, I know it may cause some uproar or whatever, but, you know, it's all about the control at the end of the day for those groups of people. But back to the 3-Eye Atlas, man. Yeah, I keep my eyes to the sky. I know months ago they was doing the UAPs, the sightings all over the earth. And I happened to see some myself one night, and I seen a roll. They were in like a straight roll, and they were all traveling like exactly at the same speed. And it was weird. It was very weird. I could see it with my naked eye. And then I tried to grab my camera, and it was so dark outside. My phone, you know, it wasn't like locking on to the actual image. I got a little bit of it, but to see it firsthand was a lot better. You know what I mean? So I was lucky to get to that and see that. And yeah, and then I know some people personally that have witnessed and seen some amazing things, and I'm like, yo, I kind of wish I was there, but the way it was described, I'm like, it probably would have, you know, freaked me out. Something the size of a house, like hovering over a street, is crazy. So, but yeah, man, so I'm here for it. I love it. I want to, you know, every night I'm looking up in the daytime. I'm looking out the window right now as I'm talking. But yeah, what do you guys think? That's what I want to know. Like, how do you feel about all of this and what's been coming out? And, you know, with the shutdown and stuff, you know, they're not releasing anything now since it's shut down. Some people also said that's why it's shut down, so they would have an excuse not to tell anybody. But I'm not 100% on that. I'm not going to agree to that. But yeah, it's a lot going on in 2025, even though we almost in 2026. Another thing, it's supposed to be visible December 19th this year. Like, it's supposed to be as closest to Earth as it's going to get in December 19th. So look out for that. I will. And I don't have a telephoto lens anymore, but I wish I did. But I'm pretty sure the masses, they'll be, you know, ready, and we'll see it all over the net. And yeah, it's some fascinating pictures also I've seen, like, you know, of this craft or comet, whatever it is. And to be honest, if the pictures are real, I don't think it's a comet myself. So from what I'm seeing and how it's moving and, you know, how it's interacting in space or whatever, it's like, it make you think, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting it, hopefully, when they say it's coming through. And hopefully, if, let's say it is, you know, people from a different galaxy, let's hope that they're peaceful, you know. And we just here. I'm here for experience. Hopefully you guys here for the same experience, man. But yeah, this is one of my topics I like to talk about, but it'll get better. This will get better. This is the very first episode of whatever I'm gonna name it, and I will do a lot better. I promise you that. You've seen the growth so far from the old videos to now, so it just work with me. You know, I'm just learning as I go, and the best way for me to learn is just to go ahead and just dive in the pool, man. You know, you'll figure it out once you get in there. So that's how I like to do it. But with that being said, I'm gonna cut this one right here. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Y'all the best, man. I promise you the best. I like the support. I appreciate everything y'all do, from the critiques, the hey man, try this out. Can you know, not talk here and there, all of that stuff. I appreciate it because I don't see it. So, and I'm here, you know, to provide content to you guys, for you guys. So to get the best, I need that input. You know what I mean? So I'm here to stay. I'm not going nowhere. Grind time is always on. So with that being said, man, y'all have a great, blessed day, and I'll be back with more. See you soon.